You'll never look at problems the same way again. Have you ever found yourself trapped in a cycle of negative thoughts, feeling like problems are insurmountable mountains blocking your path? What if I told you that it's your mindset, not the problems themselves, that's holding you back? You are not alone in this struggle. Many of us grapple with anxiety, insecurity, and the fear of making mistakes. But today, you will discover a new perspective on facing challenges that can transform your life. I promise you that by the end of this video, you'll never look at problems the same way again. Imagine if every problem you faced was actually a hidden opportunity for growth. This video will delve deep into human psychology, analyzing habits, and addressing the limiting beliefs that keep us stuck. We'll explore powerful insights from psychology and sociology, and I will share practical advice that you can start applying immediately. Together, we'll shed light on how to turn obstacles into stepping stones toward your self-discovery and empowerment. So, stay with me until the end. You'll find valuable strategies to reshape your mindset, tackle issues head-on, and create positive change in your life. Don't just watch this video once, save it, rewatch it, and share it with friends who need a boost of motivation. Ready to embark on this transformative journey with me? Let's dive in. Many of us face problems and challenges daily, but do you know that how you perceive these problems can significantly impact your life? Imagine waking up each day feeling overwhelmed by tasks at work, conflicts in relationships, and personal insecurities. It feels like a never-ending cycle, doesn't it? Now, what if I told you there's a way to transform how you view these challenges, turning them from obstacles into opportunities for growth? Picture yourself seeing each problem as a chance to learn and develop. With each solution you find paving the way to a stronger, wiser you. That shift in mindset is what we're here to explore today. Think about the last time you faced a significant problem. Maybe it was a challenge at work, a misunderstanding with a loved one, or a personal goal that seemed out of reach. These moments often leave us feeling stuck, frustrated, and sometimes even hopeless. But what if you began to see these problems not as failures or setbacks, but as essential steps in your journey of self-discovery and personal growth? When you start identifying the issue with this mindset, you open yourself up to a world of possibility and potential. This isn't just about positive thinking. It's about understanding the psychological and sociological factors that shape our reactions and learning how to harness them to your advantage. The issue many of us face is that we are conditioned to see problems as inherently negative. We learn from a young age to avoid mistakes, to seek approval, and to equate our self-worth with our successes. Society celebrates the victors and often overlooks the importance of the struggle, making us wary of failure and overly cautious. This mindset traps us in a cycle of anxiety and fear, preventing us from taking risks and seizing opportunities for growth. When we constantly fear problems, we limit our potential. Imagine yourself standing at a crossroads, faced with a daunting problem. You have two choices: see it as a roadblock or as a challenge to overcome. By identifying this issue and recognizing the role your mindset plays, you can start to reframe your approach. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" you can ask, "What can I learn from this?" This simple shift can profoundly alter how you navigate life's inevitable hurdles. You might have experienced being afraid to ask for help or admitting you're struggling because it's perceived as a weakness. But when you identify the issue as part of a collective human experience, it becomes easier to approach it with empathy and understanding, both towards yourself and others. This perspective not only alleviates feelings of isolation, but also empowers you to take action and seek solutions with courage and resilience. So, embrace this new way of looking at problems. Understand that each issue you encounter is a stepping stone towards becoming the person you are meant to be. By identifying the issue and acknowledging the power of your mindset, you take the first step in transforming your life. Problems are no longer the enemy, they are your greatest teachers. You'll never look at problems the same way again. problems. We all face them, and sometimes they seem insurmountable. But what if I told you that the way you perceive problems could be the key to overcoming them? In this section, we'll delve into the signs that indicate whether you're stuck in a limiting mindset when dealing with problems, and how recognizing these signs can be the first step toward transforming your life. First, let's talk about the overwhelm trap. Do you often feel paralyzed when a problem arises, resulting in procrastination or avoidance? This is a clear sign of viewing problems as threats rather than challenges. For example, facing financial issues might make you feel like burying your head in the sand, avoiding bills, and postponing decisions. This avoidance only magnifies the problem, making it seem larger than life. Recognizing this sign is the first step to shifting your mindset. Instead of seeing the problem as a blocker, you can start to view it as a puzzle to solve, piece by piece. Next is the blame game. Do you find yourself blaming others or external circumstances for your difficulties? This shifts the focus away from your control and limits your ability to take positive action. Imagine a work scenario where a project fails, and immediately the fingers point at colleagues or resources. This behavior not only fosters negativity but also inhibits growth. By acknowledging this tendency, you can reclaim your power, focusing on what actions you can take to rectify the situation. The third sign is the perfectionism trap. Do you often feel that if you can't do something perfectly, it's not worth doing at all? This mindset can be paralyzing. For instance, a student might avoid submitting an assignment because they fear it's not perfect, resulting in missed deadlines and increased stress. Understanding this sign allows you to embrace the idea that done is better than perfect. Every step forward, no matter how small, is progress. Another sign is feeling like a victim of circumstances. This involves believing that life happens to you, rather than you having an active role in your life's direction. Suppose you're experiencing relationship troubles and feel there's nothing you can do because you think everything is your partner's fault. This mindset prevents meaningful change and growth. Recognizing this sign helps you shift from a passive recipient to an active participant in your life's narrative. The final sign we'll discuss is the never-ending cycle of self-doubt. Do you constantly question your abilities and feel unworthy of success? This self-sabotage is incredibly common and deeply ingrained in many of us. For example, you might avoid going for a promotion because of a nagging feeling that you're just not good enough. Identifying this sign allows you to challenge these limiting beliefs actively. Affirmations, self-compassion, and realistic evaluations of your strengths can transform self-doubt into self-confidence. Recognizing these signs in your daily life is crucial. They are not definitive markers of your capabilities, but rather indicators pointing toward an opportunity for growth. By analyzing these signs, you begin to understand the patterns that may have been holding you back, setting the stage for a powerful transformation. So, start paying attention to these signs. And remember, every problem is just a stepping stone towards discovering your true potential. When we look closely at the underlying causes that shape how we perceive and handle problems, we uncover a wealth of psychological and sociological insights that can transform our mindset. Firstly, let's delve into the psychological aspects. Our brains are wired to seek comfort and avoid discomfort, a mechanism stemming from evolutionary survival instincts. When faced with a problem, this instinct triggers a stress response, often leading to anxiety and a tendency to view challenges as threats. Cognitive biases like catastrophizing and confirmation bias further cloud our perspective, making problems seem larger and more insurmountable than they truly are. Moreover, self-limiting beliefs play a crucial role. These are deeply ingrained notions, often formed during childhood, that establish the boundaries of our potential. For instance, believing that I'm not good enough can paralyze us from taking necessary action when faced with a problem. These beliefs are reinforced by past experiences and societal conditioning, creating a vicious cycle where failure is anticipated and often realized. From a sociological standpoint, societal and cultural narratives heavily influence our perception of problems. Society tends to glorify success stories while stigmatizing failure, which instills a fear of making mistakes. This fear is exacerbated by social media, where people often curate their lives to show only the best parts. This creates unrealistic comparisons and pressures, leading to a skewed perception of one's own problems as being more severe or unique. Scientific evidence supports these observations. Research in psychology, such as studies on learned helplessness, demonstrates how repeated exposure to adverse situations without perceived control can lead to a resigned and negative outlook on problems. Likewise, Carol Dweck's work on the growth mindset shows the profound impact of believing that abilities can be developed through effort and learning, which contrasts starkly with a fixed mindset that sees problems as barriers. Reflecting on historical and contemporary figures can offer inspiration. For instance, Thomas Edison, despite thousands of failed attempts, never viewed his challenges as insurmountable problems but as steps towards innovation. Similarly, contemporary stories like those of J.K. Rowling, who turned rejections and hardships into a globally beloved narrative, illustrate the power of reframing problems into opportunities for growth. Ultimately, the way we view problems, whether as threats to our comfort or as opportunities to evolve, is shaped by a complex interplay of psychological conditioning and societal influences. By understanding these underlying causes, you can begin to unravel the patterns that hold you back and reframe your mindset to see problems in a new, empowering light. This transformation doesn't happen overnight, but with conscious effort and a shift in perspective, you'll start to see problems not as roadblocks, but as vital elements of your personal growth and self-discovery journey. Now that we've laid the groundwork by understanding the issue and its underlying causes, it's time to shift gears and focus on what most people come here for: solutions. I know you don't just want to be told what's wrong, you want real, practical advice on how to change the way you look at problems and ultimately transform your life. First, let's talk about changing your mindset. One of the easiest and most effective ways to reframe your problems is to see them as opportunities for growth. Start by practicing gratitude. Every time a problem arises, write down 3 things you are grateful for related to the situation. This process helps you focus on the positive aspects and lessens the emotional weight of the problem. For example, if you're struggling with a challenging project at work, you could be grateful for the skills you're developing, the resilience you're building, and the opportunity to show your potential. Next, break the problem down. Often, what seems overwhelming is not the problem itself, but its perceived enormity. Divide your problem into smaller, manageable tasks. Create a step-by-step action plan and tackle one small task at a time. This not only makes the problem more approachable, but also gives you a sense of achievement as you check tasks off your list. For instance, if you're facing a financial crisis, begin by identifying your expenses and income, then move on to cutting unnecessary costs. And finally, look at ways to increase your income. Another effective method is to practice mindfulness and meditation. These techniques help you distance yourself from the immediate emotional impact of a problem, allowing you to approach it with a calm and clear mind. Spend just 10-15 minutes a day practicing mindfulness. Sit in a quiet place, focus on your breath, and let your thoughts pass without judgment. This practice can give you the mental space needed to see solutions you might otherwise overlook. Visualizing success is another powerful tool. Spend a few minutes each day visualizing not just the resolution of your problem, but the path to getting there. Visualize how handling this problem will make you feel and the steps you'll take to solve it. Visualization can significantly impact your mindset, making your brain more focused and effective in navigating complex issues. Also, don't underestimate the power of seeking help. There's immense value in other people's perspectives. Speak to a mentor, trusted friend, or even a professional counselor. Sometimes just talking about your problem can provide clarity and open you up to solutions you hadn't considered. Remember, seeking help is a strength, not a weakness. Finally, take immediate action. One of the most dangerous places to be when a problem arises is in a state of inertia. Action breeds confidence and courage. Even if the steps are small, they create momentum. Perhaps today, commit to identifying one problem you're facing and taking the first tiny step toward resolving it. Whether that's sending an email, making a call, or simply planning your next steps, do something that moves you forward. To wrap it up, changing your perspective on problems isn't just an abstract feel-good exercise. It's about practical steps that reframe challenges into opportunities for growth. The next time you face a problem, be grateful for the experience. Break it down into manageable tasks. Practice mindfulness, visualize your success, seek help and take action. Transform your mindset, and you'll transform your life. You've got this. Now go out there and start seeing problems for what they really are, stepping stones to a better you. By now, you should have a renewed perspective on problems and challenges. Understanding that every problem holds within it an opportunity for growth is transformative. When you shift your mindset from seeing obstacles as roadblocks to viewing them as stepping stones, you'll unlock a reservoir of inner strength and resilience. Every time you face a problem, remember, it's not the problem itself, but how you approach it that defines your journey. You have the power to transform your reality by changing your perception. This shift isn't just about positive thinking. It's about embracing a growth mindset, grounded in the belief that you can learn and grow from every experience. The science stories and strategies we discussed today are tools. They're meant to equip you with the insights and practical steps to navigate life's challenges more effectively. Now is the time to act. I urge you to start by reflecting on a current problem you're facing and reframe it as a challenge that will bring growth. Share your thoughts in the comments. What problem are you now seeing through a new lens? How do you plan to tackle it differently? Your experience could inspire and help someone else facing a similar situation. If you found value in this video, subscribe to the channel for more motivational and mindset development content. Don't forget to share it with friends or family who might benefit from this perspective shift. Save this video to your playlist and revisit it when you need a reminder of your inner strength. Remember, every problem is a potential lesson in disguise. Embrace them, learn from them, and transform your life one challenge at a time. You've got this. Your journey toward a stronger, more resilient mindset starts now.